Well, I'm markeedragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I got another great question today. This one comes from the NES Master. I wonder if that's a Nintendo Entertainment System. I can see being called that. So he says, question about game creating. And he says, hi there, I watch your videos and I like what you're doing. Well, thank you. In my spare time, I work on a small 2D game and I was wondering how you catch people's eyes. I know you need to do I know you need something valuable and unique, but aside from that, I see lots of simple games that are not really unique and make tons of revenue. I am currently working on a 2D MMORPG with a couple of friends for 2 years now, and it's hard work, but not really unique. Do you think you need unique gameplay in this time of age to make people play your game? So I know I didn't read all that question quite correct, but I get what you're saying. And there's another part from this too. So I'm going to get to that as well. So, do you need unique gameplay? No. Does it need to be fun? Yes. That is the only thing you need. It doesn't have to be original. I mean, okay, so these games that come out that are truly original and they're fun, those are big hits. But do you need to have that? No. Let me give an example, and this is kind of on a big scale, but an example is World of Warcraft. I mean, it had some unique features to it, but it really did the same thing that the other games did out there. You know, it was a big MMO, medieval fantasy. This one was a little bit heavier on the fantasy than the medieval, and you know, so it wasn't a brand new concept. But it did extremely well. Now, let's take that even a step further. Let's talk about the WoW clones out there. And the first one that comes to mind is Runes of Magic. Now, Runes of Magic was actually made by some of the guys that are... noisy bird. It was actually made by some of the guys that originally worked on World of Warcraft. And it is very much a clone, but it's a different flavor. It does have some uniqueness compared to World of Warcraft, but when you get into Runes of Magic, you know how to play the game. You know what you're looking at, and it works out pretty good in my opinion. And so it doesn't have to be unique, but it does have to be fun, and I found both of those games to be fun. I really enjoyed that. So, speaking of Runes of Magic, listen to this story. So, I actually had a GM account there for a little while. And we were an authorized reseller, and they gave me this account so that I could do some research in the game, because we were actually trying to make some gameplay videos. And in order to make some of these tutorials, I had to be able to create some items so that I could, you know, bypass the hundreds of hours it was going to take me to get there. They gave me a GM account. I was really surprised about that. I mean, they closely monitored it, and they're like, there's a lot of rules on this, and I'm like, no problem. So I had this GM account, and what was really fun is making myself really small. I'd run around the game as like a little ant. And then I also did one time, I made my character the size of a giant. I mean, huge, huge, to where the ankle on my foot was the, you know, same height as everybody else's normal height. And I ran through one of the towns. It was a lot of fun. But I was able to use that character, and I was able to make him into a mage or a warrior, and all buffed out and stuff. And it was a lot of fun, and I used him to make the videos, and the videos really didn't turn out to be very much. I didn't get a lot of traction with that, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I just remembered that from Runes of Magic. I don't have that GM account anymore, so don't ask, guys. I turned that back in when I realized that you know, I wasn't going to be able to use the project the way I wanted to. Hey, let me give out a code here real quick while we're on the subject. This is this code right here is it is GoCash game card points, and so it'll work with a whole bunch of different games that GoCash works with. And this one was originally purchased for the game 4 Story, but I believe it'll work with any game. And you can just go to the GoCash site and you can redeem it, or you can redeem it at any one of the games that allow you to use GoCash as a payment. And so here it is right here. Can you get focused on that? There we go, good. Okay, so that's GoCash. Give it a shot. If you get that code, then don't, or post that you got it so that nobody else has to try. And okay, so there's more to this question from the NES Master, the NES Master. And let's see, one of the games I made about 4 years ago is Zetracom. I released it about a month ago and I don't have any players due to no advertising. I wonder if we could fix that. It's not unique, it's just something I made a while back. It's a new old style space shooter, and a Zetracom.com. And so yeah, sure. Tell you what, let's give you a little air here, and let me hold up this web address for all of you to see, and you guys can all check it out. So it's right there, Zetracom.com, and check it out. You know, give me some feedback. Let me know if you like it, and I don't mind, you know, giving some advertising out to you know, people who are new to the game industry. In fact, I'll support that. If you've got a new game that you know, you're wanting to get some advertising on, let me know about it. I won't say that I'll advertise all of them, but if I can work it in, I will. I'll get you a little bit of press. Anyway, thanks for the great question, and thanks for you know, bringing up all those memories for me. I love telling those stories and going back and how much fun that I had in a lot of these games, and I look forward to future games. Hey, you independent game guys, you know, maybe you can give me an account to one of your games too if you got one, and if I play that, it can become one of my stories for the future. Anyway, I'm markeedragon. Take care.
You should subscribe to his channel because he's going to give away this sword.
So tell me, if you won this sword, what would you do with it?
Oh my goodness, I would be in seventh heaven to begin with. Then I think I would pick a place in my house that was probably where everyone would see it and hang it on the wall.
Wow, this is how much you love the game?
I love it. I love it more than any other game.
Do you know what game we're talking about?
Well, I can pretend, can I?
Okay, so everybody subscribe.
Just look at this. Yes, subscribe.
Yep.
And you may be the winner of this beautiful sword. Check it out.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay.